Hi guys, and welcome back to Diamond Painting. Oh jeez, it's starting to get really cold now. But anyway, we're going to be doing, I've had to bring the jumper out. It's that cold here guys, I've actually got another jumper under this. It's really, really cold, even with the heating on. But anyway, I'm going to be doing another bit of this today. I've just realised the tripod is in completely the wrong area. I do apologise guys. And yeah, let's get moving, let's get painting. But gee whiz, is it starting to get a little bit on the chilly side. I've never had to wear two jumpers before. Well, I used to when I go to work, but another reason why I wear two under this is because this material, I got it from Blakelands, I think. And it's got this horrible feel to it that it sort of makes you itch a lot. And because it's got all like little fibres in it, so it makes you itch. So I just put another jumper under so I don't get irritated by it. But yeah, let's crack on. So I plan to get up at 7 today. And took my blood pressure pills last night. I've just remembered I've run out, so I need to call them. And I didn't get up. I set the alarm for 7 because I wanted to get another good day out of this, and I didn't get up till gone 10. So, but I did get up early the next day. So yeah. And then last night I was watching EastEnders, and after that I did a bit of. I've been taking my paintings down off the wall because I want to put a new theme up. So I've been doing that. Got some emails this morning, and pretty much, yeah, pretty much done really. And got up at 10 o'clock, jumped in the shower, put the heating on because it's so bloody cold, and yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. And then I ran out of some biscuits, and I thought I really, you know when you get up and you really don't want to go out because it's just so cold out there, I thought I'm going to make an exception, and I ordered it online. So I had to, I didn't want to shop with Snappy Shopper again, but sort of had no other way of doing it. Uber Eats do delivery for Iceland, but they don't really, they've got this thing called Uber One, and you pay it and you're supposed to save delivery, but it doesn't work on every system. And I thought, well, I don't want to order through them because it'll take forever picking and packing. So I thought, well, I'll do Snappy Shopper. And Chalice Lane was charging £5. That's the shop I normally use. They were charging £5. So I spoke to Dundee, which is where their head office is. That's the actual platform, not the shop. The platform that provides Snappy Shopper for the shops. And they said because they've recently changed to a tier, so if your basket is under £10, you have to pay £5 fee. If it's £20, then it's a £10, then it's a £4 fee, and then at £40 is £2 fee. So you would think the lowest one would have that. So I thought, right, I'll move it to Coggeshall then. I'm paying £5. That's disgusting. And Coggeshall was £2 cheaper, so I thought, well, I'll order it from there because they're really, really good. You never get let down from them. And yeah, so I ordered it from them, and I got some digestive biscuits. These ones are really nice because you get a whole, it's like a big pack for £1.50. I then got these. Are really taking the mick now. Look how small that is. I'm not even joking. Like, that is, you get Mars bars near enough that size as well, but I got 5 of them for £1. And then I got margherita pizza. I don't really eat a lot nowadays. I don't know what it is. I used to always eat things, but I don't really eat a lot now. I know that if I have food in the house, I'll eat it all. It is a food thing that I have. And I know I would just eat it, even if I don't fancy it. It's like boredom, isn't it? Like they reckon that you eat if you're bored and that. So I don't tend to buy things I will just order it in the day that I eat, if you get me. So partly because I know that I need to try and stop eating as much, because I can eat and eat and eat for Britain. I'm quite a big boy, so I'm pretty bulky, if you get me. I'm pretty, what do they call it, bulky or stubby, sturdy? I don't know what it's called, but you know, when stocky, that's the one. I'm like a big rugby player. I don't do rugby, but I would consider myself as big as a rugby player, you know. Talking of rugby, I used to love it when they did a thing called the scrum. The scrum is where you all interlock. So you've got a team on that side, a team on that side, and you interlock, and then the ball goes through the middle. And you sort of have to force you're sort of locked there, but then you're pushing against that team and pushing against that team to try and get the ball out. And yeah, I used to love doing rugby, but back in them days, if it was like ice cold out there, they would expect you to wear shorts, because rugby players play in all different weather, and on one occasion it was literally so cold they let us use you know, like jogging bottoms and that sort of thing, but still made us go out in it, and I used to hate it. I used to phone up sick all the time because I just didn't want to do rugby. Or I would be a rebel and I would go off the school site when it was rugby. I would go home an hour early when I weren't supposed to, because I just didn't like it. It was such a rush around. You would have to change into your PE clothes, and then you would have to change into this other clothes, and yeah, so it was just too much, and I just got fed up with it. And then obviously when the bell went, you would have to get from one side to the next side. You know, it was quite a lot. I used to hate PE. PE stands for physical education, and I just hated it. I loved badminton. We used to do badminton, but rugby definitely not one of my favourite things to do. Used to do hockey, and some idiot smacked the ball and it smacked me in the face, and gee whiz did it sting. But the guy was generally like, "Are you sorry, Mike? Sorry, no, I'm getting tongue-tied here." He was generally like proper concerned, and he was like, "I'm so sorry," and I was like, "It's fine, mate, you know, it's an accident, accidents happen." So yeah, I've done that. So yeah, I feel much warmer now actually, so but yeah, as I said, I very rarely use this jumper because it's got this horrible it's horrible prickling in it, and I don't know what causes it. It's okay for the outside, but it's just when you wear it, it's like it pricks you, and I don't know what causes it. So yeah, so then later on, what's today, Tuesday? I'm definitely checking if World of Wayne's live, because it's quite funny this, the last couple of times I've put it on, I'm thinking, great, well, you know, Wayne's up soon, and every time I put it on so far, it's not been on, so I'm hoping that this week it will be on. Because I think Tuesdays he does a video, and Thursday is the chat night, is it? Been such a while since I last watched some, because with a live, if it's live, I watch it live. If I've missed like say 10 minutes of it, I won't watch it live, and I'll catch up with it on pre-record. So, and then last night they were saying about Big Brother's coming back, and my friend in Australia is gonna have a little bit of a shock, because he done this video and he was like, "It's boring. People sit round the table. It's boring." But then he sort of contradicted himself, because behind it he had like this scene, and he's saying, "Wouldn't you like to have people sit round the table?" And I'm thinking, but that's exactly what Big Brother does. So I don't know if it's the celebrity version, but Davina was on TikTok and she was speaking about it, and she was saying, I hope they keep Marcus Bentley, which is the voice of Big Brother. And on one series, he did come in the house and show his face doing it. And apparently the Big Brother Eye is supposed to be really, really good. But you just knew that it would come back, because at the end of the series on Channel 5, it's been on various channels. It used to be on Channel 4, they axed it, moved to Channel 5, Channel 5 bought it, and then Channel 5 bosses didn't want, there was a new Channel 5 boss that didn't want it, so now it's moved to ITV3. And yeah, at the end, Ryland said, we will do everything we can to bring it back. So you just knew that it would come back. Some shows are like that. Some shows will revive and some don't. So yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, I can't wait. We've got a couple of good shows coming up soon. So obviously November, around about the 13th, we should have I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. So I'll be definitely glued to the screen on that one. It's one of my favourite programmes to watch all year. And then obviously we look forward to Big Brother. So I just love all the bitching, you know, all the gossip. And when they're arguing on TV, it makes great TV. I love watching people argue because it makes good TV. I know that might sound a bit weird, but when you see someone arguing on TV, you're sort of glued to the screen, aren't you? Because you're wondering, well, what are they arguing about? So, yeah, and I think that runs for about 6 weeks. But then straight after that, there's no break. They have like a week break. I think it was like 2-month break, and then they bring in the celebrity version. So, yeah, it is really, really good. I'm going to have quite a lot of fun watching that. And then on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, they were talking about they're going back to the jungle. But then the year after that, in 2023, they're doing a special I'm a Celebrity from people that have won from various years, but it's going to be in South Africa. So it's really interesting how the show was always in Australia, and then they've ventured out, they've gone to Wales, they've been there for 2 series, and then they've gone, you know, they're back to the jungle, and then they're going to be back to Wales. No, they're going to do South Africa. I can see the show touring. I bet you after the South Africa one, they'll move to somewhere else. Because the Australian one, that's also used for the German series and the Australian series. So yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to it. It's about time we had something decent to watch on TV. Because every time I turn the TV on, it's always bloody game shows. Pointless, or, you know, bargain hunting, or, you know, celebrity chase. That is what I call boring. Neighbours, I never really watched. That was really weird because it was a soap that I never really watched. I think because obviously I'm in the United Kingdom, it's not really a show that you would watch because you're not in that country. So for me, I never really watched Neighbours. I watched clips and bits of it, but not really one for like putting it on every evening, you know. But yeah, that got axed, Brookside got axed, but someone told me, I can't remember who it was, but Brookside set, Hollyoaks bought Brookside set, apparently. So Hollyoaks is the old Brookside set. But I'll never forget this episode that there was this, I think it was like a baby or something stuck in the wall. And they had to try and get her out of the wall. I think there was rubble or something blew up, and she was stuck in the wall. I'll never forget that episode, but I really, really wish they would axe Coronation Street. It is so depressing. It's like an old person's programme, in my opinion, because it's just the theme tune for me when it comes on, and it's like, turn it off, thanks, bye. Can't beat it. The only soap I watch is EastEnders. I won't watch any other soap. Hollyoaks, not really. I've seen clips of it if Hannah's had it on the TV when I've visited, but yeah, so Absolutely no horse. It really, I don't know why, but it feels like it's a Sunday and it's not. I'm just getting really, like, because I'm in most of the time now, because it's just really hard to adapt, because I always used to work through the week, but because obviously I was only covering a shift that needed to be fulfilled by a different person, because I have my own hours, so I can't do them hours plus my hours, you see. And I was only helping out until they could find that shift covered. And it's just really weird, like, sitting in every time. I don't really visit as much now. I just like getting on with my paintings, you know. But yeah, it's definitely quite nice to get this moving. And we're on the last 2 lines now, so this is lovely. We've got all the colours for mainly the pumpkin here, so we should be able to crack that as well. Oh my, I forgot what time we filmed. Okay, so let's say we started at 12. I don't know if we did, but I'm going to end this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'll end it at 35 just because I don't know what time we started. It's one thing I forget. I got my... Whoops, sorry. I'm so clumsy. I got my new military watch on today that I filmed yesterday. It's so lovely. So yeah, it's beautiful. I'm still waiting for deliveries from... Oh my god, I got a massive ink package yesterday. I was expecting 4 cartridges and they sent me 8 and I was like, wow! So that's going to last me a long time, so it's pretty good. Right, this is lovely now. As I said, there's a few patches to fill, but we can tackle that at another time. I just want to focus on trying getting... I normally try and do 2 blocks and then tackle any ones that need filling, but that's something that we can patch up maybe at the end or whenever we've got an opportunity to. But yeah, it's quite sad to see this one go, really. I've really enjoyed doing it, but I'm looking forward to the new painting that will take over this. It's quite a dark, colourful painting, so that'll keep you guessing. Christmas time, mistletoe and wine. Oh my god, yeah, I got an email from the workshare. They were doing a cute little, it's like a Grinch beanie toy. It's like a stuffed, like, plush toy. And it's of the Grinch. And I do like watching the Grinch at Christmas time. It's like a really good movie. It's about this monster thing that lives in the cliff or somewhere. In the mountains, and he befriends a girl, and obviously he don't have any friends. And then he hates Christmas, so he tries to stop Christmas happening. And then right at the end, he becomes like, everyone's scared of this Grinch, and then right at the end, he becomes... I've just realised I'm doing that wrong. Just bear with me. Shove that. Hang on, where did that go? O-O-O-G. Hang on a minute. Let's push that down there. That one went there. And then this one can go down there as well. And is that one? Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, at the end, he tries to stop Christmas, but then right at the end, he's the town's favourite person, you know? And I don't watch it every year, but occasional if I've not got... Because when I watch at Christmas time, I write a calendar, and every day of the week, I watch a different film. I'm doing it again. Oh no! What is going on, Mike? Why am I doing this? I can't concentrate. I'll take these out. I'll just push them down there for the minute. But yeah, every Christmas time... Oh, I'm going to get the right colour this time. every Christmas time, every day of the month, every day of the week up until the 25th, I watch a different Christmas film. And sometimes I'll always start with The Christmas Miracle of Jonathan Toomey, because the main character is a boy, and he is the boy that played Evan in Wild at Heart. And it's about this woodcarver that doesn't like being disturbed, and he then teaches the kid to carve a new nativity set, because the guy, I think they lost the nativity set and the boy wanted a new certificate set. So the guy then teaches him to do it. I love watching Jack Frost. Jack Frost is a lovely, lovely movie. And when I bought it from W.H. Smith's, the woman in there, she said, "Oh, that's quite a nice film." And I said, "Yeah, I love it." And she goes, "My partner won't buy that because it reminds him too much of his dad who passed." And it's just so magical how the husband has a crash and he turns into a snowman. And then right at the end, you see him transform from a snowman into the guy. And, oh, it's so magical. Really lovely movie. And then one time they had another one called 34 Miracle Street. And I tried to buy it, and the woman said, "Oh, it's saying," when she scanned it through the till, she's saying it's not recognised, restricted item. And she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't serve you that." And I said, "Yeah, that's fair enough. It's coming up restricted." So she had to obviously take it off the till, because obviously everything that comes in the shop has to be scanned on the till, so the till knows the barcode and that. And yeah, I think she had to take like all the DVDs off the shelf or something because it weren't recognising it. So yeah. But it's just nice, isn't it, to just watch a movie every now and then. When I watch a movie, I like to turn the lights off and get a nice hot cocoa, warm hot chocolate, loads of marshmallows, sweets, Maltesers, that sort of thing. But I'm thinking of getting them, them sticky lights. You've got like a piece of adhesive that you can just stick on the ceiling. I'm thinking of getting a couple of them. You used to get them in Poundland, because then I could turn it into like a little cinema. Just have little spotlights and that while watching my movie at home. With me, I do have a Cineworld card, but I'd prefer to watch it at home, because if you don't even have a Cineworld card, you've got to pay like over 10 quid for a ticket, where you could just wait a few weeks for it to come out. So it will always go to like streaming platforms before the DVD, I think. But yeah, apart from that, all they're talking about on the news is this war in Ukraine. I just hope that they can stop fighting. I don't really know what it's over, but obviously there don't seem to be any reconciliation, so yeah. Not entirely sure on that one. Oh look, we're almost at the end of this. I mean, obviously we've got a few patches to do, but ready? Are you ready? Are you hanging on your end of the seat? Ready? Boom! Yeah, man. Excellent. So again, I'm going to draw the line and then we'll do that. You won't necessarily need it for this line, but on that line and that. But I do like to block it first. So yeah, I was watching EastEnders last night, and obviously Alfie wants to get back to Kat. They're characters that have always been off and on, because that's how acting works. Like, they'll get rid of some characters, bring them back. I'd like to see Max Branning come back, who's played by Jake Wood. I met him at Arsenal Football Club. Even though I don't support Arsenal, I support Man U, but yeah. So yeah, Alfie's trying to obviously get back with Kat, and then a bombshell hits, because what happens is this new bird that he's seeing, this new woman that he's seeing, which they often call a bird, comes through the pub, and she goes, "Oh, we're supposed to be getting married in a few hours. And then obviously Kat sees that and she's like, oh, so this is the woman you've been seeing, you know? So, yeah. And Alfie's face just looked like he wanted to, you know, he just, you know, wanted to break down, I suppose. But Alfie, he's played by Shane Ritchie, and he's such a brilliant guy. He used to be, I think he said he worked at Pontins or something. Or he's done stage shows or something like that. But he used to be married to Colleen Nolan. Never did like that woman. I don't know what it is. It's just, you know, when you say you don't like someone, but you don't know what the reason is. There's just something there, you know. It's like that guy from James By, who plays Martin on EastEnders. It's just something there, and I don't know what it is. Just something, I just don't like him. I might have to get my portable radiator out, you know, because I spend. It's really interesting. Let me know in the comments what room you spend the most time in. For me, it always used to be my bedroom, because that's where I film on my desk. And now, the most used room, it might sound interesting, but the most used room I use is the kitchen. It's got the best light in it. It's got, you know, I can sit on my bar chair with it, and it's level with the worktop, and I just get the perfect light, you know. But yeah, that's the most usual. I very rarely sit in my front room. I'm always in the kitchen. But obviously now, because my light bulb's blue, I can't spend as much time in the kitchen because the light bulb's blue. I can use a head torch, but I can't do any painting, so I lose like 7 hours of painting. So in the evening it's quite nice, because then I turn the lights off and stick a movie on. I mean, obviously if there's TV like EastEnders or something, then I'll watch that, but apart from that, I like to watch movies. I recently stopped Disney Plus and Netflix because I just feel that I can invest that money in getting the Spitfire sorted out. So, plus I don't really use it much. So, I'm paying for something that I don't really use. So, yeah, I'm going to cut that. But this is good. So, as you can see, we're getting all these lovely teeth in now. So, really, really lovely. We'll get that boxed up. I just want this painting to last forever, but it's not going to happen. But what I'm starting to do now is, in the new year, I'm thinking about doing paintings themes. So every month a different theme. But because the next few, I've had to take some of the, you know, like some of the weekly ones that we do off the schedule, because up till December is all themed. So, but it's nice to do a theme one. You get to work on it a lot more, you know. So, pretty good. I like that woman. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's on Bargain Hunt, and she goes, "Let's get bargain hunting." She's lovely. I like it. Is her name Anita? You know, the one with the glasses and the black hair. £300 for the blue. I'm gonna pop that one there, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it is Anita. Oh, we have this, there's this actor at one of the stage theatre groups that I operate sometimes with the backstage. And I attend to help out with the backstage and stuff. And she's called Anita Gould, and she is not nice. we had this young fella help out, and his name was Martin, I believe, and she was like, oh no, he's no good, I'll bring my son along. And luckily the stage manager said no, we're at full capacity, because he could see she weren't being very nice to that new person. And she basically acts, she's an actor, so she does more of the acting on stage, but yeah. D. What was D? Oh, it's that orange colour, right. Oh wow. This, because it's a dark symbol, you can see it's not orange, but this one's orange. Oh wow. You always get to the good bit and then you have to stop, isn't it? It's always the way. Oh, this is the section that I've been waiting for. You always, let me know in the comments if you have a favourite part to your painting. What's your favourite sections? You work from the middle out, you work from the bottom up. Some of my painters work from the bottom up. If it's a block process, I will work from the top down. If it's a partial, I will work wherever the picture is leading me. Or sometimes if it's a card, I'll work from the centre out. But I do like to do the block process. One of my acquaintances taught me that, and she was like, try this and you know, you'll see more of the picture. And yeah, I agree. You see more of it, and you see more of it come to life. But the thing is, when I used to start, I used to go all over the place. I used to work on centre points, and you can't really see much of the picture. But when you do it in block process, you see more of the picture, so it's really lovely. I'm loving it like that. Yeah. I was supposed to be doing puzzles as well, but I have never really started that. You know when you buy things and then you just like put it to one side and you're like, I'll do that tomorrow, and then it turns like a year down the line and you've still not done it. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to see this painting finally finish. We've been working on it for several weeks now, and the other one's got to be challenging because where did we get up? Okay, could have sworn we were working on the line. The other one's going to be challenging because obviously I think I've got such a short deadline, because bonfire night is the 5th, so I've got to get the painting started on the 1st and end it on the 5th, and it's near enough the same size as this, and I don't know how the hell we're going to do it. So what I'm thinking is we'll do, I'm thinking about doing an hour long, but you'll get 4 videos a day. I really don't know how we're going to do it. And then like the second day, you'll get probably 8 videos a day. Or we could just roll it over to next year, but yeah. I mean, if we get this one finished soon, then we can work on that in October, maybe. I don't know. Because then if we start it in October, it means that we can, you know, it gives us a bit of starting early on the Christmas ones. The Christmas ones are going to be quite fun to do because I'll be singing a lot. Try and put music on, because if I play music in my videos, I get a copyright thing, but it doesn't affect me because I'm not monetized. I don't get paid by YouTube to do videos, so I can still use that. It just means it gets blocked in other countries where that music comes from. So obviously, if say like, I don't know, the Macarena, it would be blocked in Russia, and then obviously Russia, people that watch in Russia wouldn't be able to see the video. So that's why it's not a copyright strike, because I'm not monetized. If I was monetized, then fair enough, you know, I'm getting the revenue for someone else's thing, but because I'm not monetized, they're still getting the revenue. So I just don't know how they do it. Like within a minute of me putting it up, they were already saying it was a copyright strike. And I think they use like an automated robot or something, but yeah. Okay, so D. It's getting a bit hot in this now, so I'm gonna take it off. The sun's come out again, so hopefully. Whew. But then as soon as you take it off, you're sort of like cold again. So this colour here that we're doing now is just finishing off the eye. As you can see, the eyelid here is a little bit lower than this one here. Because that one, yeah, it is definitely lower. So whether the designer to this had a wonky eye and mislined it, I don't know. But it's definitely not in the same shape. I love working with this colour. It's a lovely cream. So it's lovely working on that. Do 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 do. Inside you'll see all that confidence in me. Oh yeah, I remember that. We used to have an actor called Karina, and she was really good. Like the way she said, "Who will buy these wonderful roses?" But she didn't half let the pipe. You know, the pipes in her Chakia. Wow, she really did hit the note. You know. Really, really good. Such a sky, you swear I could fly. Me oh my, and I don't want to lose. Wouldn't it be funny if someone went... Wouldn't it be funny if someone went to a stage show, they planned to go out and see, I don't know, Back to the Future, and you saw Roald and Mike on the stage? Could you imagine it? Oh my god, it's Mike! You know, or like a diamond painting exhibition, and it'll be like, you know, you saw it and people will be like, oh my god, I'm in front of diamond paintings with Mike, you know, like that would just crack me up. We're going So I don't think there's any mail today because there's a strike, so as per usual. Them train strikes, gee whiz, they've been going on for ages. I think they started in July. So obviously I reckon the managers don't want to agree to the pay rise, and that's why they're striking, because they can do that. They're part of a union. So the company I work for, they say that they're not part of a union, but if I want to strike and you've not paid me, I won't work. And disciplinary action and all that rubbish don't bother me, because at the end of the day, I've not been paid for that thing. Because this is it. If you rewind a few videos, I mentioned that I'm taking them to court because they won't pay me the sick pay that I'm entitled to. They claim that they don't pay sick pay, but on other wage slips back in July when I was sick, they paid statutory sick pay. So basically they do anything they can to save money. You know, you're expected to pay all your uniform, but there's a form that we can buy the uniform and then upload the receipt. But it's just very hard work, you know. The previous manager spent all of the budget for uniform. How the hell can you spend? He was very stingy. He would always say he had £500 for uniform. He would buy all the uniform right up to the last penny, so that no other site could buy it, you know? It's just very, very, yeah. But it is, you know, it's hard work. So if they want to be like that and play the ignoring game on emails, because they're getting to the point now where they just don't answer emails, so that's, that makes me think that you're trying to cover up something, you know? So I'm thinking, you know what, fine, if you want to be like that, we'll see what the court said. And then a few days later I got an email saying, because I'm the claimant, so I'm the head of the case, apart from the judge obviously, but anything that I raise, the respondent's representative will forward on to me. And then you've got something called ACAS. ACAS is basically like a mediator, conciliator in between the two parties. So their job is to communicate between the two parties, so that the two parties don't contact. I mean, you can contact, but the two parties, normally if you're in a court case, you basically have a mediator or someone in between that does all the talking to the other companies. So if I wanted to pass a question over to that respondent, ACAS would then pass that over to them. But it sounds to me like the respondent wants to try and settle it before I take it to the court. I mean, obviously the hearing is in January, so I mean, yeah, if they want to, you know, providing they sort it out, but I don't want to agree to it and then they don't pay it, you know, do you see what I mean? So that's what's, I need the money first and then I'll shut it. And if I will say that, but then they're saying, oh, you can sign this special legal binding agreement thing, and that will stop it. Because once I agree to that, if I agree to that, that stops that tribunal thing. So yeah, I certainly don't muck about. I certainly, you know, if a company's trying to, it's very similar, like if a company says that I owe £400, I've got a lot of problems at the moment with this rental company. So it's called Switch Rentals and they're based in Cardiff, in Wales. And I've written to them 50 odd times saying, can I have a rental statement for my account? Because they're claiming that I've missed a payment. And on the live chat, I screenshot it and she said, oh, I'll send it over to you. Never did happen. So I thought, all right, you want to play that game? I'll cancel the direct debit and then you won't be paid for the weekly rental payments. And then I got an email saying, you're in breach of the contract. Please contact us now or we will pursue the matter to court. And I'm like, okay, but you've not sent me the, you know, the statement. And they don't answer emails. It's a very weird company. I don't know what's going on, but they just don't respond to emails. Let me know if you guys get any responses, because I'm having a lot of trouble with them at the moment. And at the end of the day, it says to contact them. I've contacted them and I've said, the reason why the direct debit's been cancelled is because you won't respond to the rental statement. And I've had to take it to the Information Commissioner's office because you can get a fine if you don't, you know, there's lots of things that can happen if you don't provide that data, which is a legal thing that you are entitled to. They can take it to court, they can fine the company, they can give them a warning to send the data. So, yeah. Because every year I go around all the companies that I shop with, say like, I don't know, Amazon, eBay, you know, anywhere. And I'll ask for data access requests every year just to, you know, keep on track of things. Because I'm entitled to do that, it's my data, so, yeah. But yeah, so I thought I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll let the direct debit continue a bit and then I'm going to cancel it. And let's see how you like it. So now they've got notification to say that I've cancelled the direct debit. So now they want to know why I've cancelled it. So let's try and... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore them for a while now. How can you do that? Like, you're audited. You have to document every time a customer contacts. Because, like, say, for example, I phoned up to, I don't know, Eagle Moss. I wanted to... I phoned up because I need to update my account. I need to update my phone number. They then write, as you're talking to them, they're writing notes on your account to say the customer called in on so-and-so date at so-and-so time to update his account. And then when you request a data access request, on that data access request, it would say all the notes that they put on the account. So, yeah, I'll soon find out what's going on. Because if I request that, they're legally obliged to do that. But again, they've not responded to that. So I'm actually wondering if the company still exists or what. So I just hope they get fined for it because, you know, it's ridiculous. But yes. And it's very weird, like when, say like you miss it, because I pay £8 a week for this washing machine because I can't, you know, I haven't got the funds to buy a full washing machine. I'm saving for one and I'm almost at the target, but yeah. And it's just very weird, like you know, if you miss a payment, they'll send you a text link and you've got to pay the link on your phone. Why can't you just attach it to the existing direct debit? Because companies can change your direct debit amount and then just take a double next week. Oh no, we don't do that. Well, I'm not paying twice. You know, if the direct debit has slipped through the net and it's bounced it, then take a double. Because I would never pay a link on my phone, whether it's from that company or not. You just can't risk it because you don't know if it's a scam or what, you know. It's like there's these things going around saying that apparently Royal Mail, you need to pay so-and-so to Royal Mail. Royal Mail don't send text messages. If you say like the sender, sometimes the sender hasn't paid enough postage, so obviously when the mail comes in they check it, and if it's underpaid they'll send you a slip. Like within your post, there'll be like a grey card and it says you have a fee to pay. Normally if it's like custom related or something like that, but yeah. So just another bloody headache I've got to sort out. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me, you know, if they want to ignore me, that's fine. You just don't get paid, simple as that really. Until you can work with me to sort the problem. Oh yeah, we'll send you it. We'll send you it over email within 4 days. Yeah, this was like 4 years ago. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. The only way for me, it seems, to get a response is via the live chat, because they can't ignore it. I can then screenshot it and I can prove to the ICO that they're refusing to send it, you know. So very annoying really, but there you go. Oh gosh, we've hit target. Right, let's see how much I get carried away. I love it. Let me just, can I just say I've really enjoyed working with square drills for a change. So I can see me doing a lot more of these square ones. You see more of the picture, but we'll just finish this off and then we'll stop. And that'll be that one done, guys. Okay, last drill going down now. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, back in the room. You know that guy from Little Britain, the hypnotism or whatever it was. But that is what it's looking like, guys. This painting, can I just say, it is a joy to do. I love working on every single block of this. It is such a fantastic painting. The level of detail, the colours. I mean, it's so vibrant. And although I said it's got different bits of colour in this pumpkin, I think it's supposed to look like that. It's like an angry, aggressive pumpkin, but you know, it is Halloween, so maybe it's wearing a mask. But yeah, it is really starting to hit now that we're approaching the end, and it is, I know it's only a painting, but it's emotional because I've had a blast working on it. I know that I probably won't be you know, working on this again until next year, because I do plan to do more of these. As I said, I want one for each room, and yeah, I really am having a blast with this. I don't know whether I should keep this washi tape on to make it like a border within the frame, but let me know if you think I should keep this on. I don't know, you know, you're the viewers. But can I just say thank you so much for watching, you know, spending time to watch the video, liking, sharing, disliking, subscribing. It's all engagement into the channel, and it does help the channel out. And you know, just spending time to watch the video, even if it's like a minute long or 5 minutes long, it really does mean a lot. And I cannot thank you enough. So thank you so much for watching. It has been a joy to do, and that's what it's looking like at the moment. So the next block, we will hopefully fill that all in and then just progress along. But yeah, until next time, we'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 for more of this lovely pumpkin with Delilah, Pascal and Terry the pumpkin. Take care. Bye-bye.